Hey everyone, Mike Moo here. Today we're going to take a look at this product that was a sample sent to me by Plexicam. And this is it. This is called the Mag2. It is on Indiegogo right now. And what this is a display-safe magnetic webcam mount for most modern USB-C webcams. I mounted the Insta360 Link 2. And I'm going to show you a little bit of footage how this works here onto the screen. And I have the included 90-degree mount to move the cable off to the side. And originally I had this mounted from the top to the cable up, but because the gimbal's there, when it turns on, what happens is it does a little calibration process where it moves its head around and gets in the way. So this is the only way to do it with the Link 2. But I have it mounted right in the middle. Don't have really any of the settings on. And I want to say, because this is a little bit heavier, you might experience a little bit of bouncing. So you can see that there's a little bit of bouncing. This won't be a problem unless you are, let's say, trying to do a little webcam meeting, like in a car or a train or bus. Probably shouldn't be doing that anyway. So your screen might look like it bounces a little bit. But I mean, let me know what you think. Does this look like it's a little bit better? Does it look like I'm paying more attention to you? And does this overall improve the quality? Now, there's a couple things to note about this, particularly if you are using a webcam that juts out a little bit more like this one does, is that the screen is it's going to be right up closer to you. So what you could do is potentially you could sit a little bit further back, but that's something to be aware of. But that's also good in certain cases, such as like if you're using the built-in microphone on your webcam because it's just better than whatever's built into your laptop. That's definitely not the case on a MacBook, but let's say you're in a Windows PC, having that a little bit closer to you is going to improve the quality of the recording or your quality of your voice to the rest of the participants. Now, as I'm looking at this, I want you to notice my eyes and see if you notice a bit of a difference as I'm looking around on the screen, if this is better than what I had going on before. So this is on Indiegogo. There's 15 days left on this, and it's something that you'll just definitely know. If you're on meetings a lot and how you appear in the meetings is of very important significance, particularly if you're giving a public message, you are a head figure and you are not using like a several $1,000 camera, or you're not used to just staring at the screen. Or maybe what could be happening is you could have the whole teleprompter in the back of the webcam. Excuse me. You can have a teleprompter back of the webcam. You can actually be reading it, and it could look a little bit more professional than if you didn't have a professional teleprompter. I don't know. If you travel a lot, I don't know. Do you travel with a teleprompter? Do you use a teleprompter? Is that important? Or another thing that you might want to consider is if you are in an interview situation where they're doing a remote interview first, and you want to stand out amongst a group of candidates, looking directly at the camera, whereas it makes it look more confident because you are looking on their perception into their eyes, because they're looking right at you on the screen. And that really might make sense for you. And if you have to do that often, it just simply makes sense. More importantly, this is really flexible. You can move it around on the screen really easily. Now, I suppose you can go really super cheap and just use a piece of tape and just kind of hold it up there. But frankly, that could damage your screen, could damage your camera if it fell. And over time, that could be actually a lot worse. Now, I don't know if I'd recommend this necessarily for everyone. If your laptop has terrible hinges or is on the verge of breaking, adding an extra weight could be a bit of an issue. But if you have a more modern laptop, chances you do, then it's not going to have any incompatibility issues in general, because the magnets are that strong. You're not going to have a problem with that. But if you have like a big giant screen and the thickness of the screen is, like this thick, and there's like metal, in a way, there's a chance it might not work out well for you. That's just something that you need to consider. What's cool about this, though, is also that you can use it in other scenarios because of the strength of the magnet and the way the mounting mechanism works. So, for instance, over here, they show it using with maybe what looks like a Lume Cube or some other alternative where you can just add an extra light source coming in and adjust the angle as you need and as what's necessary. Now, I don't know if I have this in a most optimal position, to be honest. This is not something that I'm used to having smack in the middle of the screen. The other alternatives to this are generally, frankly, quite either annoying to use, don't look very professional, could risk damaging your screen or your camera. And I really feel like this is definitely an improvement. This is like an this is a better mousetrap, is what it comes down to. Now, whether it's worth the price of, let me take a look at what the price is right now. The early bird's gone, all right? We'll just put that up. Whether or not it's worth the price of $95, that is completely up to you. If you live and die by the webcam, this makes sense. But if you don't, you can probably do some sort of cheaper alternative, but chances are you're just not going to look as good. They sell webcams that are designed specifically to hang down your screen. The quality is definitely not going to be as good as what I'm using here right now, which is an Insta360 Link 2, or you could use a Insta360 Link 2C, or any other webcam that you might want to. I guess you could potentially even use a what's that best quality webcam? The Razer Kiyo Pro Ultra or something like that, and really get a DSLR type of quality while you're looking directly at the screen. Otherwise, what you're going to have to do is train yourself to not bother looking at the screen and just look directly into a camera that is up there somewhere else. And that takes a lot of work without having to glance around. So having this smack in the middle screen really does help. One other final disadvantage is that this does block a bit of my screen. So I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, let me see, if I divide this up into like 9 different squares, it is specifically blocking right now, smack in the middle of my screen, right? It is specifically blocking exactly the middle of my screen here. So there's the screen and it's just blocking the middle screen. There's just no way around that for this particular camera. What you could do is just get a smaller camera so it blocks less of your screen. But right now, it looks like it is blocking maybe about like 1/9. Okay, less than 1/9 of the screen. Maybe 1/10 of the screen. And that could be an issue. You could have something important there, but luckily for your screen, you could just move it around, or you can scroll. Like if I had it right there on the screen, I can't tell that the 2 of the Mag2s plus 1 LED light is $190 some odd. I got to move around like that. So there is also that negative too, is it's physically is going to be blocking your screen. There's no way around that. Okay, so if you are interested in this, there are going to be links down below directly Indiegogo. Not affiliate links. I'm not affiliated with Plexicam at all. They only just sent me this product and said, I want you to try it out. I want you to, if you can, please talk about it, but otherwise there's no strings attached. And I thought that this could be something useful to many of my viewers who are probably, working in a hybrid situation or have a situation where they need to use a webcam, or if they're streaming, not streaming in that competitive game streaming, because this is obviously going to be blocking part of your view. But, if you're just doing a chat stream, it's generally not going to be a problem. You can adjust the layout so that it doesn't block anything super important that you need to see on a screen. All right, that's it for this video. Please give us a like, subscribe for more. I'll catch you next one. Thanks for watching.